Hello. That was terrible. I've been trying for like 20 minutes to figure out how to start this YouTube video. How do people do it? I don't know, but it's fine. That'll have to do for now. This is my first YouTube video, so I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Wes. I'm the chief sports writer for the Citizen newspaper based in Johannesburg. I cover a wide range of sports for the paper, but in reality, my specialty is athletics. I'm a big athletics fan. I have been since I was a small child, and I love the sport so much. And I appreciate the Citizen for giving me the opportunity to do what I love. I also appreciate Backtrack. I'm the content manager for Backtrack, which is a website which focuses on athletics, predominantly South African athletics, but we do try and expand beyond that to Southern Africa and even a little bit more into Africa. So that's who I am, that's what I do. But this video is about my thoughts on an athlete who competed at the recent Comrades Marathon. And I wrote a column about this last week, but I thought I'd just share some more insight on the matter. So, the athlete in question, if you haven't guessed yet, is Onalenna Khonkhobe. A few years back, Khonkhobe was an athlete I had never heard of, and he led the Comrades Marathon for something like 70 kilometers. For anyone who doesn't know, the Comrades is a ultra distance race in KwaZulu-Natal, which is around 90 kilometers long, and it's certainly the most prestigious road running race in South Africa. It's also the biggest ultramarathon race in the world. This year they had over 20,000 entrants. So if you're into ultramarathon running somewhere else in the world, that might be a little bit astounding if you haven't heard of Comrades, but it is the race to run. So if you want to come over here and experience South Africa, Durban is beautiful, and we have a stunning race for you to be able to participate in. And while I'm on that, we have another one as well. I don't want to forget the Two Oceans Marathon in Cape Town, which is 56 kilometers long, which is equally superb. So come over here, run our races. But this isn't about Comrades or Two Oceans. It's about Onalenna Khonkhobe. Like I said, Khonkhobe led Comrades for a very long way a few years back, ultimately bailed. I didn't know if I would ever see him again, but I did multiple times. He won the Two Oceans last year, and then late last year, I was in the press truck at the Soweto Marathon where he was lying in around fourth place, I think, at one point. With a few kilometers to go, he just put in an incredible surge and managed to win the race. And I was absolutely stunned. It was the first time I'd seen him running in person, live, and I can't express to you how strong he is. His mental strength is next level. Onalenna Khonkhobe is the kind of person who could become an icon in South African ultra distance running, and ultra distance running in South Africa is a big thing, so that means a lot. My concern is that Khonkhobe, I don't really know how to say this, to be honest, because I don't want to lay into people. That's not the point of this. I don't want to blame the people who are looking after him, but Khonkhobe clearly isn't the most experienced athlete in the world. I don't know how much he knows about certain things in terms of the sport, and I feel like he needs a good team around him, certainly at this stage of his career. And that's my concern. My concern is that the people who are supposed to be protecting this man, who could become one of South Africa's best ultra distance runners of all time, are maybe not looking after him as much as they should. So, firstly, a couple of weeks ago at Comrades, Khonkhobe shouldn't have lined up. He shouldn't even have run. I don't understand why he was there. He told us at the press conference that he was going to go out hard, exactly the same as he did a few years back, and he was going to push. And he kind of said it jokingly, but he also said, if I'm still feeling good at 60 or 70 kilometers, I'm going to keep going. And in the post-race discussions, the people around him have tried to sort of backtrack, right? So we've heard, for example, that he was supposed to pace the Nedbank team for 30 kilometers, which is absurd. I don't know what that even means. You don't have pace setters in ultra marathons. That's not a thing. Clubs don't have pace setters for their athletes in ultra marathons. I've never heard of such a thing. If that is the case, please correct me. Maybe in the comments section you can remind me of a situation where that's happened. I think if it was pre-planned, maybe what his club was trying to do, and I'm going to try not to mention clubs and people too much, because this is not about that. I'm not trying to criticize anybody too much. I'm just trying to focus on Khonkhobe and his incredible ability and his future. But if his team was sending him out as a rabbit to try and throw the competition off course and trying to get them to go with his early pace, it clearly didn't work. Nobody went with him. And at some point he should have stopped. I don't know why he didn't stop. At the halfway mark, Khonkhobe did stop. He grabbed his hamstring. He looked to be in some serious pain. Managed to keep going. Every time he stopped, every time he walked after that, I was at the press center at the finish of the Comrades. We all thought he was going to pull out of the race, which is what he should have done, but he just kept going and going and going. And eventually he pulled out of the race at around 72 kilometers, I think. So with around 18 kilometers left, if the plan was for him to run to 30 kilometers, which is what some people are saying, why did he run to 70? I've also heard from people who were on the press track that some of the people in his team supporting him were urging him to keep going with 18 kilometers to go when he pulled out, which is horrifying. I don't know why they wouldn't just pull him off the course. He was in so much pain. There was absolutely no chance that he was going to win the race by that point. He wasn't even going to get a gold medal. There was no reason for him to continue running. And apparently they were urging him to keep going. So I just really hope, I really, really, really hope that people who care about Onalenna Khonkhobe maybe ensure that they've got the right team around them, because firstly, he shouldn't have run Comrades this year. There was no point to it. He didn't get anything for it, and I don't even want to know how much damage he caused to himself by pushing himself so hard for so long in such a brutal race. It could take him months, many months, to recover from that, and he got absolutely nothing for it. It's ridiculous that an athlete of his caliber is not being protected a little bit more, and that people are not looking after this guy. He just needs people around him who can give him good advice. So for example, don't run Comrades until you're ready. Until you're ready to win the race, don't run it. He's not a rabbit. He's not a pace setter. He's a future Comrades winner. And that's how people should be looking at him. They should be following the right processes and teaching him how to run Comrades properly and giving him the right advice. And at the moment, I just feel like the people around him are probably not doing that, because the way that he's approaching his career is just destructive. It really is. They're hurting him. He's hurting himself. It's completely unnecessary. Onalenna Khonkhobe, if you watch this, please, brother, don't run Comrades again until you're ready to win the race. And when you're ready to win it, I really believe you will. I really do. You are an unbelievable athlete. You are so strong. Your mental strength is next level, bruh. You can't keep destroying yourself for 70 kilometers and getting nothing in return. The winners of the race this year got 1.6 million rand each. What did Khonkhobe get for leading the race for 70 kilometers? Maybe his club gave him a little bit of cash on the side. But in comparison to what he could have got, if he had run more conservatively in the first half, paced himself properly, and actually tried to go for the win, he'd be a millionaire now. So that's all I wanted to say. I feel I feel the need to say something about this man because he is so good. He has so much potential. He can win the Comrades Marathon so many times. He can win Two Oceans again. He can win Soweto again. He is I have not got the superlative to explain how impressed I am with Onalenna Khonkhobe. He is next level. He is super, super good. And I really just hope that the people who are supposed to be protecting him, supposed to be advising him, supposed to be helping him, will start speaking to him in a way that ensures that he protects himself, he protects his career, and he creates the legacy that I know that he can create. Onalenna Khonkhobe is a future legend of ultra distance running. The only thing stopping him right now is probably bad advice. Okay, that's it. I'll maybe make another YouTube video at some point if I have something to say. But, I just felt the need to say a little bit about Khonkhobe and the athlete he is and what he's capable of. And yeah, let's hope it goes well for him.